Friday, August the 21st. I don't know what time it is. It really don't matter because this is part of my underground thing. I ain't asked you. You ain't in the film. Don't say nothing. Ooh. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing with you. She get ready to zap out on my ass. You don't talk to no black women like that, man, if you ain't sleeping with them, all right? Because they'll fuck your ass up. Exactly. All right? Now, we doing this underground thing. These women in here don't want to be on film, but I got them on film anyway. They just don't know it. Sight. All right. This is my man. Ooh, do that again. Ooh, make them holler. Throw up both their hands. And we're not having sex here. We're not having no orgies. So y'all little freaky, nasty people, gone calm down. We just having fun up in here. We acting like shorty. This how I act in the hood, all right? We got 3 women and 2 men. Let your mind go to the gutter, motherfucker. But right now, we're getting ready to tell this story. All right, this is something need to be said. These people seen my little video vigilante thing. Got a story to tell, shorty. Dog, ain't nothing soft about me. And this man come to show you. He got a story to tell. This is his time, not mine.
I was born in Baltimore, West Baltimore, Lutheran Hospital, 1976, December. I ain't never known my father. My stepfather was Robert, my mother's boyfriend. He used to beat her up. It's stereotypical to tell my story because you've heard it all before. But I'm reaching out to media because of what's going on now. Most of my life I've spent in and out of facilities. At 14, I was sent to a group home called the Pines Residential Treatment Center. 2 months later, my mother leaves.
And the group home, when you was in the group home, describe the group home. What was it like? What was the house? What was the makeup of the house?
It was units.
All right, who did you live with? What, you know what I'm saying? Most people say group home, they don't know what a group home is. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't a group home, it was a mental institution. It was the Pines Residential Treatment Center.
So
it was very similar to X-Men, Dr. Xavier.
Would it be fair to say that underclass and minorities need mental health, and you know what I'm saying, for us, a lot of it, for the trials and tribulations we exhibit or go through on a regular basis?
Especially the fact of the people who've been disenfranchised from slavery. People who...
You gotta speak up, cause see, you closed mouth don't get heard, and a closed mouth don't get fed. So what you gonna do? You came here to talk, or you just came here to whisper?
Us.
All right.
Us who were brung here against our wills, made to work. We still have those scars are eternal. It's not, and it's been perpetuated. But I can't say the government, because you have secret societies that have their own thing. You have militias in the Midwest that do their mental experiments because they have the money, they have the privilege. This is their country. We was brung here against our will. Then you have this judicial system. I got out of the Pines Residential Treatment Center at 14. We were separated from females, so I didn't know relationships. Our relationship was through letters or sneaking, things of that nature. It wasn't normal. It wasn't how Americans or Italian, it wasn't how they grew up. It's very different. And the culture that we came from, the tribes, the way the tribes existed, and the way the strongest man had his fill, and the culture you bring us to and you created for us, it's not fair. You make this judicial system. If you want it, come get it.
Exactly.
You can't I don't want to interrupt your story.
Come on.
I like that.
Come on.
All they need to hear is my voice.
And then you do these things. You do these things.
That's shea butter.
You commit these crimes against humanity. I'm talking to the ones who know, the government that knows about these secret society and knows about these families who are manipulating the government, who are manipulating the game to their favor, knows about Bohemian Grove. People who know are allowing this. You can't allow this. It's not right. I would like to approach the United Nations. I'd like to introduce myself to the world as an Anami American. People who don't know what Anami means, let me explain. Anami is the condition or the state of a people due to the collapse of social norms, as in a case of uprooted people. And that's your definition. I'm an Anami American. I need help. I am being persecuted for being myself. in
Talk
the
about that
United States of
persecution.
America.
Talk about that persecution a little bit.
I get out of the Pines Residential Treatment Center. Before I came to Baltimore, I noticed they was trying to make me join the Army. That was everyone's goal. So I know the scam that you're running. You feel what I'm saying? I wanted to come home to Baltimore. In hindsight, that was a decision that probably I shouldn't make because I'm intelligent enough to develop anywhere, and military is not that different from prison. However, I may not be in the position I'm in because if I took that path, I needed to take my own path, and the path I took was to go back to Baltimore, to trouble, to no father figure, to no one helping. You had the WIN team, a good program for Baltimore youth that was dismantled because y'all wanted to cut the budget or something. The decision that you make in those offices affects a whole community of people. After that was cut, I no longer had a mentor going to school with me. I no longer had someone, don't do this, don't do that. You replace it with another mentor system that wasn't real because it was the state. They had to jump through hoops to get in those positions. It wasn't real people helping real children.
What was the WIN program?
The WIN team was a program. One of its members is Garfield Yulee. I forget the man who ran it, but you had Bernard Robinson. You had people. You had ex-dope fiends. You had everything from ex-dope fiends to models and actors coming to the neighborhood, picking up kids and taking. It was a good mentor program. And for some reason, I don't know whether it was the budget, that program was cut. They said it was the budgets was cut. That's the word I heard.
Did the program help you stay out of trouble?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. So what happened when the program was cut?
I got out of trouble. I got in trouble. I started hanging with my next door neighbor who saw the freedom that I had because my mother was never there and thought it was something cool. So he would try to follow me and try to do what I did, try to be like me.
I know you're doing this filming and stuff. Don't be shushing me in my own house, alright? Fight you.
Please do.
Shit. Well, cut the film off.
No, go ahead.
Because I'm going to shush him right here.
Thank you.
She
You got that?
She gonna give me some
You
milk.
got that?
She gonna give me some milk.
All right.
Yum,
Back
yum,
to
yum,
you.
yum, yum, yum.
Action.
Yum, yum. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
We been.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. So your friends saw the freedom that you had and thought it was
Yeah,
cool.
so they would try to be like me. I had nothing to do, so I'd find runaway girls, or the runaway girls knew my mother was never there, so they'd be there, so they'd do whatever. So they would try to do the same thing. And one day after school, I had 2 girls lined up. I didn't need enough. I'm 17. You gotta understand. I'm talking from a 17-year-old mentality.
Right.
With no father figure, mother always working. Just, and there's never really no food in the house. And then it got to the point where my mother met an African from Uganda, and he told her, in my country there are men at 13. Okay, I'll go back.
Thank you.
So
So the 17-year-old girl, what